Welcome to New Gameplay Today. I'm Kyle Hilliard here with Blake Hester. What's up, Blake?
Oh, Kyle. They're doing it again.
They're doing it
brought
again.
me out of Tony Hawk retirement to see
I
another one.
didn't know you were retired. I'm
go.
learning this.
You know, there was a point in my career where I would say I was pretty known for just writing about Tony Hawk, and I put it behind me for a little bit. But
Why?
now here I am.
Tony Hawk's fun.
Well, I felt like I wrote the definitive pieces needed about Tony Hawk, so why not go out on top, you know?
That's a
I
good
went to
point.
Montana, nearly died on a mountain. You can't get better than that.
It's funny. We got two preview codes for this, and it didn't even occur to me to offer it to anybody else or talk about it with the staff. I was like, "Hey, Blake, here's a code.
Yeah.
Let's check this out."
Yeah, I haven't checked it out though, but
Well, that's fine. I'm
for
showing
what
it
it's
to
worth. Yeah, for what it's worth, I'll preface this by saying Tony Hawk's Underground is my favorite game of all time.
Yes, and I believe specifically folks from Tony Hawk's Underground worked on Hellscape, specifically the Underground games.
Yes, the best one.
So
what
you
is
say.
this damn game? I don't know anything about this game, Kyle. I'll be honest. I have not played it. I appreciate the code. I haven't had a chance to check it out. I don't know a thing about it.
Yeah, and it occurs to me now we haven't even said the name. This is Hellskate, which is a skateboarding video game, but is also a rogue game where you do runs, and there's also like enemies to fight and stuff like that. So I'm getting my first like upgrade here, which I can just pick something. I'm not gonna. I've only done like a few runs, so I'm not super like cognizant of like, oh, I need to get this when I start. You know, right now I'm just kind of getting random things and seeing what I like. But you can see there's combat while you're skateboarding.
Sure. Does that feel good?
There's not much to it at this stage. I'm playing on a controller. I'm pressing like the bumpers. I have some attacks on cooldown in the bottom right corner of the screen. It's interesting. It's not like I'm not playing the combat and I'm like, this combat is like, this is the selling point of the game. It's mostly at this point present and unobtrusive, and like interesting. Like it's like, oh, I've never played a skateboarding game where I swing a sword. That's kind of cool.
Okay, now of course you'll recall though in the Tony Hawk games they did have the multiplayer mode where you shot fireballs at your enemies. Remember that?
Oh, no.
So that was another skateboarding game with combat in it.
Oh, okay. So Tony Hawk, they always do it first.
That's right. Does the skateboarding feel good?
The skateboarding feels good. I actually quite like the skateboarding because over the years there have been skateboarding games that have come out, and for the most part I've been underwhelmed by them. A big one for me was Skatebird. You remember that one? Where you play as a bird.
I did not play that.
Yeah, you play as
I remember it. I didn't play it.
You play as a bird who skateboards, which is like great. That you guys got the name perfect. Like that, good on you. But like actually playing the game, I was quite underwhelmed. And the nice thing about Hellscape is like right out of the gate, it's like they're Tony Hawk controls. Y to grind, X to do kickflips and stuff like that. And it feels pretty solid. It feels good. It feels familiar in a way that I like. And for better or worse,
hold on.
For better or worse, the one major Tony Hawk difference that I can see is that like it doesn't really care if you land like sideways.
Oh sure, okay, that's a little weird.
It
I'm not
is
a fan
weird.
of that.
Yeah, I think it's okay for the structure of the game though, if that makes sense. It's like because if you're in the middle of like swinging your sword and spinning and stuff, you don't want to worry too much about landing. But then, to sort of counter my own sort of positivity argument here that I'm offering is like, combat doesn't seem like the primary focus of the game. The primary focus of the game is skateboarding, and then combat is secondary. Just a way to mix it up and do something a little different.
Okay, now let me ask a question.
Please.
Are you playing on Xbox controller?
I am playing on an Xbox controller, yes.
Okay, so A to ollie, left on thumbstick, X. That's a kickflip?
Yes, kickflip. I'm doing it.
Right is a heel flip. Right is a heel flip?
Yep.
Down is a shove it.
Hop shove it, baby.
Okay, up is an impossible.
That's correct. Wow, I'm impressed, man.
Okay, I believe diagonally to the left would maybe like be a varial kickflip.
I don't know if I can do that. Let's see. It might just be cardinal directions at this point in the game.
Okay. Now, the grab tricks. You do. I assume tail grab and nose grab.
Let's
up
see.
And down.
For left and right. So we got melon. For left.
Well, melon. It should be melon at indie. Right. It should be an indie.
Yep. And then down.
Up and down should
grab.
be.
Let's see what up is.
Okay.
Nose grab.
Okay. This is all very good.
You're happy with all this.
And then you're... Okay, yep. This is all checking out. Alright, so I should be able to pick this game up and be a master at it. No problem.
I should be the best to ever play Hellscape in history.
It's interesting to notice that it is missing varial kickflips, inward kickflips, and I assume 360 flips and hard flips. But I'll have to do further investigation there.
Yeah, that's smart, yeah. But I mean, this game it's going into, I believe, early access on February 15th.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, those are all things that could come later. Absolutely, they could sort of
sure
build out the trick options more.
Okay.
And the idea, by the way, the plot is that like you're just like in hell, I guess, and you're trying to escape. It's kind of got that a little bit of a Hades vibe to it in that way, but you're skateboarding. And like there's all these characters in your home base that you return to when you fail a run who can sell you upgrades and things like that, and they're all really surprised that you're like, wait, you're trying to escape? No one's ever tried to do that before.
Kyle, how weird is it that there are 2 video games set in hell where you skateboard coming out right now?
It is very weird. I'm for it, to be clear. Both
the
games look interesting in their own ways, but it's like, it is weird that they both exist.
For the viewer who might not be aware, the other one is Skate Story that Devolver's putting out, which looks incredible.
Yes, it looks very cool.
That's so strange.
I died, Blake. I didn't make it.
Well, couldn't be me. Did you ever play Skate City on the phone? The mobile game?
No. I played the Tony Hawk mobile game from like 2000...
Skate
14? Maybe?
No, dude. Skate City, the mobile game, published by the same company that published Alto. It's Adventure and all that.
Yeah.
That was a cool game. I really recommend it.
This is my friend. Footage is his name.
Oh. This game has talking?
Yeah, there's a whole story, man.
Oh, that's interesting.
Hey, you like Thug. You like Tony Hawk's Underground. You like story in your Tony Hawk games.
It's the best story ever told in a video game, I'm saying. It's my take on it.
Yeah. Go to hell, Last of Us. No one cares.
Last of Us isn't even the best story in a video game either.
It was just the one that came to mind of like, let's put that against Tony Hawk's Underground.
If you ask me, best story in a video game, Kyle, you have Tony Hawk's Underground, and then it's like Kentucky Route Zero, Yakuza 0.
Which is like,
but
all
Tony
stories,
Hawk's Underground.
Right? Yeah.
Right. Tony Hawk's Underground, though, reigns supreme over every video game.
Okay. You're very adamant about that opinion, Blake, and I respect it.
Maybe the original Deus Ex is up there. That had a great story for sure.
I do actually genuinely. I mean, you're not being fully sarcastic, but I do remember really actually enjoying the Tony Hawk's Underground stories and the sort of characters that I genuinely hated and wanted to defeat. Like, they did a good job at establishing all that.
I think the Tony Hawk Underground 1 story for its time and place is good/interesting. Yeah. I think Tony Hawk's Underground 2 is an abomination of a video game.
I'll have to. It's been quite a while since I've touched that one. It's been a while since I've touched that one.
Hey, come over. I got them both right now in my apartment.
They should just remake them. What are they doing? Working on?
They should. a fan is remaking Thug 1 right now, and you can like watch YouTube videos on it, and it seems really interesting, but with those things, they usually never release them because there's like very murky legal waters there. So it goes.
Okay, so I unlocked...
But this game looks cool too.
I unlocked an ability to do... What's the nose grind manual? What is it? Is that up, down?
A nose manual?
Yeah.
Yeah, just up.
Up, down?
It'd be up, down on the left stick, based on my knowledge of...
Manual, okay. Because I unlocked an ability...
the other way then.
Oh, it's telling me on the right side of the screen. So this... Now...
That's what I said, down, up.
Oh, you did. I'm sorry, Blake. I was just so focused on errors popping up on screen. But this is now like an attack. Like if I do that specific trick, I can do projectile attacks. Which is
interesting.
Yeah, so there's some of that kind of stuff where it's like you're doing tricks to actually make yourself a stronger fighter. Which is like, these are all cool ideas. Like I'm only playing this early demo version. I don't know how they're gonna all come together, but I like that idea of like solid Tony Hawk inspired skateboarding mechanics put alongside some like just some new stuff that I've never done while skateboarding. Like that's cool. I encourage that kind of interesting creativity, and they have the history with Tony Hawk to sort of know how to hopefully make the skateboarding stuff feel pretty good.
Yeah, this is an early access, right?
Yeah. This is not a properly 1.0 release game yet.
Sure. I'm compelled. I guess I should check it out.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, especially with your love of Tony Hawk. I know you said you've retired.
Yeah.
But this might pull you back in.
I need to know if it feels good in my little hands.
Yeah, that's the make or break. Absolutely.
Yeah, I'll tell you, the combat looks really not great, but I won't be focusing on that when I'm touching all over this one.
It, like I said, it feels secondary to the sort of larger goal of the game, which is like maybe that means it works okay, right? It's like, since it's not your primary focus, it's like, yeah, if I can hit right bumper to kill a crow or whatever I was fighting there a few seconds ago, like, let's do it.
Hell yeah.
But anyway,
love it.
That's Hellskate. It's going into early access on February 15th, and my time with it has made me optimistic, because for the most part, a lot of Tony Hawk inspired games just haven't done it for me in general, and this feels a little closer to the sort of style of game. It feels more like a Tony Hawk game in a way that I have been enjoying so far. Well, thanks for checking it out with me, Blake. I appreciate it.